So here we are getting ready to approach the fourth quarter of 2025, moving into 2026. And some of you are trying to, or are in the search of looking for a solid broker in which you can trade futures with. Now, if you've not done your homework, or if you have, you probably come across and stumbled on Ninjatrader multiple times. And you probably see that there are tons of traders that trade using Ninjatrader's platform. They are a one-stop shop now. They offer everything in-house. The brokerage and services, the data fee, access, the charting platform. They are the number one rated broker and charting platform in reference to futures out there. I believe so because they've been in business for so many years, and I've been using them since day one. Okay. Now I will say this: as a broker right now, I'm currently using AMP futures, but you cannot trade AMP or use AMP futures with Ninjatrader no longer. Years ago, they were doing business together, okay? And then they severed from each other, but I got grandfathered in to where I can still use AMP as a broker and Ninjatrader as my platform of choice. But if I ever choose to separate from AMP, I would definitely move over to Ninjatrader, okay? There are a list of other brokers out there and platforms out there as well, where you can use Ninjatrader as well, like Interactive Brokers and I believe Optimus Trading as well, and probably some other ones out there. But I believe their cost to get started is, meaning the money you have to put up initially, as far as margin amount or initial margin amount to start your accounts, could be a lot higher. Some are more significant than others, as well as the commissions and could be higher, and the the margins themselves, based upon the instruments that you're looking to trade. But as far as, when it comes to data fees, we're going to go over and look at the costs, because you have what's like level 2 and level 1 data. And so many people ask, which one to actually choose. It depends on what markets you're actually looking to trade on. And that's going to determine which exchange. For me, I'm just interested in trading. I trade the CME full out, which, sometimes I'll trade gold. And to be honest with you, really all you need is just level 1 data, not level 2, unless you want to have like you're using the footprint or the ladder chart, or you're interested in seeing the orders on the books come in, things of nature. But me, as far as the market data, okay, that's coming in, and where you can see the orders resting on like a dome or on a footprint or a ladder. So if you're really using that part as far as order flow, then you may want to kind of pay for the level 2 data as well. But if you're pure chart trading primarily like me, I would highly recommend that just going with the level 1 data, which we'll talk about that here in a minute as far as cost, what it costs for the data feeds for each market data feed that you can actually choose. And as well, the platform costs, okay, because you could go and start as little as $0, and they have, where you can own your license just as well. So we'll cover that as well. But this video is more so, gearing you or showing you a direction in which you can, turn to and have a one-stop shop all in, meaning that you don't have to make calls to two separate entities, in a sense, someone that may be a broker, and then if you have charting issues or platform issues, here is a all in a company that offers brokerage and services and platform as well. Again, they are the number 1 rated charting platform out there, and top rated for their brokerage and service as well. Now, that's my opinion. I've heard so many great things. I have not heard any negative I guess things surrounding Ninjatrader as a whole. Of course, everyone's going to have their own opinion, and reviews could be different, but yeah, when it comes to margins, for example, they have some of the lowest margins in the business or in the industry when it comes to trading futures. Margins as low as $50, as you can see right here. What does that mean? If you're interested in trading the micros, especially the indices, let's say, for example, you want to trade the NASDAQ, or not the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ is $100 per contract. But if you're interested in trading like the E-mini S&P 500 or the Russell or the Dow, for example, I'm going to show you right now the margins. Okay, we'll start there, and let's go ahead and do that right quick. I'm going to show you the margins right quick. And let's say we're interested in trading the indices, right? That's primarily what I trade. And you choose the exchange, right? If you're interested in trading like the indices, then you're going to be using the CME exchange. So we'll hit search. and that's going to bring up the E-mini versions of the primarily. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see, CME. What do we have here? Not sure why it's not pulling all of them up. Let's see, CME. I'm sorry. Let me go to E-mini indices because you have the micros and the let's go to the micros because that's primarily what people are going to be interested in who's starting off trading. So you got here the exchange is going to be the CME. If you want to trade the micro NASDAQ, the micro E-mini S&P 500 or the Dow, things of that nature. Well, on the CME, you have the micro E-mini NASDAQ, the CME, which is $100 per contract. So that's the day trading margin. The requirement is you must have $100 in your account per contract to actually trade, okay? If you want to trade the MES, which is the micro E-mini S&P 500, as you see right here, it's $50. So their commission, their margins are very low in comparison to some of the other brokers out there. Now, if you're someone that's interested in trading the full-on E-minis, and you go to E-mini E-mini indices, and then here are the costs. It's $500 for, say, for the E-mini S&P 500 trading the full version of the E-mini, and the E-mini NASDAQ, which is also $500, and which is pretty interesting because some brokers, they require $1,000 per $1,000 per contract as far as the margins. I believe my AMP, which is my broker, the NASDAQ is actually $1,000. Okay. Now, if you're interested, and you can also trade the Russell here on the CME exchange. Now, if you're interested in trading this, the Dow, for example, it trades on the CBOT. Okay. So we'll go to, let's say, micros for the CBOT. And it should pull up the Dow right here, the micro Dow, $50 just as well. If you're interested in trading, for example, the E-mini indice version of, then that's going to be the Dow right there, okay? $500, okay? So, yeah, they have very low margins as far as depending on the market you want to actually trade. Now what I want to do is show you the actual pricing, the startup cost, pretty much. What's going to be involved to actually get started, right? I just showed you the margin, so don't worry about that until you're actually ready to actually get started. And if you're ready, say within the next couple of months, then the margins, that's what they are. That basically means, again, that's how much you need to have in your account per contract. All right. So if it's the micro E-mini S&P 500, think in terms of $50 per contract that you're going to need, or increment. Okay, so if I want to trade 3 contracts, then I have to have a minimum of $150 in my account. All right. Now, as far as their charting platform, now this is where the fees come in. Okay, the cost. You can go with the free version, which nothing wrong with that at all. If you're interested in purely trading from the chart, all right. It's $0. The micros, these are the commissions per side, okay? Basically, meaning the micro and standard E-mini, okay? So that's the micro E-mini and then the standard E-minis. That's the cost per side per contract, okay? So that means exit and entry. Entry and exit, all right? Or you can go with the monthly if you see that the price for trading, commissions actually are lower. When you start moving up as far as having to pay for the platform themselves, you do get a discount or reduction in commissions, what I'm trying to say. So as you can see, it's a 10 here on the micros, it's 10 cents. Here on the standard E-minis is actually 30 cents. Again, that's per size, so entry and exit, okay? And then the lifetime, which is $14.99 right there. This means right here, this is the opportunity to own your own license. You pay a one-time fee, never have to worry about paying a monthly payment again. But either one of these, I believe, if you have the lifetime or the monthly, the thing about it, you are entitled to some other benefits as well, like some of the charting tools, like the order flow suite package. If you're interested in using that, you can't use it with the free version. I believe you can only use it definitely with the lifetime, and I believe you can use it with the monthly as well. But there are some perks with also outside of just paying a monthly or a lifetime fee that come along with this as well. So, but again, if you're someone that's just interested in trying to save money, the free version of Ninjatrader right here, for anyone that doesn't trade that many contracts or doesn't trade that many trades, like myself, 1 or 2 trades a day and not tying in too many contracts, then this is a great opportunity right here to trade the micros or the standard E-mini, E-mini version of the contracts or the instruments you're interested in trading. So again, started off here, $0. So we have nothing up front pretty much. Now there is where you have like the market data fees, okay? You're gonna pay that regardless of who you use as a broker. And we'll talk about that right quick. So right here, as you can see, these are the exchange data fees right here. Level one type of book where, basically you don't receive the full on market depth and relation to the order book itself. A lot of people, some people who those that trade order flow, they want to look at, say, for example, a footprint or ladder, or maybe the dome itself. They like to see all those orders that are hitting the actual to pay attention or strict attention to the orders that are hitting the actual book. So if you're someone that's interested in studying the full-on market depth of data, then maybe you want to choose the level 2 version of the data. Okay, so we'll go back to this right quick. But yeah, I mean, if you're just a chart trader and you're interested in trading certain I'm sorry guys, I forgot I had this over my other screen. Certain what am I trying to say? Strategies, like in reference to supply and demand, you trade that way, looking for areas where the market's breaking structure. You have a full-on strategy like I've talked about here on the channel. Then just using having level 1 data is really all you need. I mean, unless you are someone that really pays close attention to the orders that are hitting the books, as far as having a full view of the market depth itself. And you're looking, and nothing wrong with that, because you can actually use that as part of to your advantage if you choose to, and looking at the limit orders hitting the book on the buy, on the bid and the ask side, or the sell side as well. So just depends on you. But yeah, level 1 is $12 a month. That includes both the CME, the CBOT, the NYMEX, and the COMEX. And then level 2 is going to be the full depth of market. Okay, it's $41. It's $41 for the full-on bundle. Or you can, break it out as far as whatever exchange you want to trade. So even with the level 1, like if you wanted to just to have the CME without the CBOT, the NYMEX, and the COMEX, then it'd be $4. You just be $4 if you just want the CME. But if you want, 2, it'd be $8. Depending on the market you want to trade. I mean, $12 for all is a great opportunity, bundling things up for all the exchanges themselves. All right, but these are the prices for level 1 type of book, and level 2 the full market depth itself. Okay, so if you go with the platform $0, which is the free version of it, you're just going to pay for the market data itself. Outside of that, you're going to pay for the commissions. Okay, so of course the margins, you got to have a certain amount of money to put into or open an account, depending on the market that you're interested in trading. So if you're someone that's interested in trading the micro, E-mini, S&P 500, and let's say you want to trade 5 contracts, then you have to have a minimum of $250 in that actual account. I'm not telling you to trade all 5 contracts and just put $250 in there. I'm just telling you a minimum of what you would have to have. Okay, now let's take a look at the commissions right quick. Okay, when we look at commissions, I'm going to show you, see if I can blow this up a little bit here. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, do they have micros in here? Yes, they do. Okay, so this is a grid or a chart that outlines and displays the markets are going to be to the left, or the instruments to the left here. These are the markets on the CME that trade on the CME. That's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So you have everything itemized out: the exchange and NFA fees, clearing fees, and then the commission fees from the broker themselves. All right, these are all in rates right here that include everything added up from each side to the left. Okay, and then they have the margins right here. So if you're someone that's interested in trading the micro S&P 500 futures, the exchange and NFA fee is 37 cents, 19 cents, and then depending on which version of Ninjatrader, let's say you go with the free version of it, okay, that's an additional 39 cents. Now that's round terms, so you add this fee plus this fee plus this fee plus this fee, 2 times, okay. So for entry and actual exit, okay, which is 95 cent one turn for entry, and then when you exit, you double that amount, so you add that again. So 95 cents times 2. All right. If you're interested in trading the micro Nasdaq here, same fees right here. And if you go to, again, free version here. Now, if you start to move up in tiers, and you'll start to see where you get a reduction in price, because you're paying for the monthly charting platform or monthly fees, because you want the additional bells and whistles and the features in reference to the indicators and the reduction of commission fees as well. So if you go with the micro S&P 500 again, okay, you see you're going to pay these fees. Okay, you don't get the reduction in fee there, but the reduction comes in to where what am I trying to say here? Right here, for example, here, if you look at the monthly commission fee versus the actual free. There's a 10-cent difference right there. So you're going to pay the 37-cent exchange and NFA fee, the 19-cent clearing fee, 29-cent commission fee, and that's each side, entry and exit. One side is 85 cents, and then you double that for, round turn. So still, you're saving 10 cents on each side. Okay, so you're saving a total of 20 cents per contract. Okay, so again, if you are interested in trading, say 2 contracts, right? All right, so it's going to be a total for one side, 95 cent entry, exit. That's going to be 95 cents again. That's round turn for one contract. All right, so 95 cent plus 95 cent, or 95 cent times 2 is $1.90 pretty much. Okay, so that's for one contract, round turn. Right, if you're interested in trading 2 contracts, double that. 3 contracts, 3 times that. Okay, so again, if you're interested in trading NASDAQ, it's basically the same thing. Okay, so just keep in mind these. And all this information can be found on the Ninjatrader's website. So they have the links to where it takes you directly to certain things, whether you want to look at the margins, the commission rates, their costs as far as platforms, things of nature like that. So again, startup cost is relatively very inexpensive. The only thing, especially if you're paying like the free version, or if you're getting the free version, it doesn't cost you anything. You're just paying for, the startup cost is basically the money that you're going to put into your brokerage account, depending on the market you want to choose to trade, and then the market data. Okay, so it depends if you want to get the top, level 1, which is very inexpensive, $12 a month for the bundle, or if you just want to trade a CME, $4 a month, whatever it may be. So this depends on you as an actual trader. But this is just a breakdown of the cost as far as starting up and getting your feet wet and getting started with Ninjatrader. Very inexpensive in comparison to most brokers out there. Okay. All right, so most brokers out there could cost you more. Now, there are some other ones that are relatively the same, like Trader8, which I believe is owned by Ninjatrader as well. So, you have to pick and choose what platform you want to use ultimately overall, because I believe the cost as far as their platform fees is the same because Ninjatrader owns them. But yeah, whenever you're ready to get started, just go to Ninjatrader website and go to open an account. They walk you through. Simple setup. They'll set you up in a matter of just minutes, but depending on how fast they on the back end are able to execute things, but it's relatively a fast process. But yeah, again, there's no one out there that offers as far as the margins as low as like Ninjatrader, and they're rated number 1. They've been around for a long time. They have a solid trading platform, and to me, I believe I just like the tools. I like the layout. I like the features. I just like the full-on environment of the Ninjatrader platform itself. So that's my opinion on it, providing what I know and giving you some valuable information that can help you in your own trading when you're ready to get started. Okay, of course, you want to learn and educate yourself on the proper way to trade before you actually get started. But outside of that, that's all I have, guys. Anyone out there who's interested in understanding and learning a solid strategy surrounding supply and demand, I talk about it so much here on this channel, and you want more access to the cornerstone and blueprint to how I actually trade, you may want to become an elite or an ultra elite supporter of the channel. Very inexpensive. That's why I walk you through. If you're an elite supporter and you choose to become an elite supporter, all my trade breakdowns. So I'm basically walking you through structure, price action, where to place your stop loss, where to place your profit target. Plus, you get the video playlist and a great video that I cover surrounding market structure. Very inexpensive for anyone out there who's interested. We have so many people that are part of the that support the channel, because that's what you're doing when you sign up. You support my efforts as not only as a trader, but supporting my efforts as a content creator. But I'm providing you some perks and rewards back surrounding how I trade. Now, I can't guarantee anything to anyone because everyone's perspective and how they view the market and read the market and their style of trading and your psychology can all come to bat. And some may do better than others, but we have some very successful people who have been using the strategy and been passing evaluations and challenges. There's a testimonial section on our channel on the Discord. If you're interested in joining the Discord, the link is right down in the description portion of the video. The first link, Discord, come over and join us. The second one is titled Ultra Elite Supporter. This is where you can sign up to become a member of either the elite or the ultra elite community. So everything I just discussed is part of the elite community. As far as the elite membership. And if you're interested in becoming ultra elite, you get everything plus one additional thing, which is my live recorded trading session videos, where I record my sessions and provide you just so much valuable content in the session, walking you through my top-down analysis, structure. You see me engage in the trades, and I'll walk you through each one of those trade setups as well. Again, these are live recorded trading sessions, not live streamed, okay? But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today's video. If you want to become an elite or an ultra elite supporter, the link is down below. It's titled Ultra Elite Supporter. Click on that. Once you do, you'll see 3 tiers pop up to the left hand side. Make sure to choose either the elite or the ultra elite by selecting each one. When you hover or select each one, it's going to list out the perks and rewards for you that you receive. Okay, but outside of that, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate everyone watching the video today. If you are not a subscriber already, please sub by clicking that button down below. Make sure to turn your post notifications on by clicking the bell, and as soon as you do that, if you haven't already done so, please make sure to drop a like on the channel. So like, share, and subscribe, guys. Put it out there to anyone who's interested and looking for valid and valuable information surrounding the future markets and how to trade them. Take care.